Hello, hello, Linda from Barlates Body Blitz here, and we're doing another chair walk today. We're going to be using a resistance loop, if you have one, around our legs for some of the exercises. And we will also be using some light hand weights, 1 kilo, which is just around 2 pounds, to do some arm work. Today's a slightly longer workout. We're going to do about 40 minutes, but we're going to get started really nice and easy, walking in place. Use your arms and your legs if you can, otherwise just your arms, and come with me. Deep breaths in and start picking up those knees. You want to make sure you have a nice tall spine and your arms are pumping, getting that blood circulating all around. Now, this is Yoda having some snacks. I'm not sure if he's going to stick around. Sometimes he just comes in, eats mini snacks and then goes back out. But who knows, he might grace us with his presence for a little bit longer. Now, I like to do my steps on my toes, but if you like to do flat-footed, you definitely can. And I'm not wearing footwear, but you can definitely put on some shoes. There he goes, scooting off out the door. He can hear some birds outside. So today we're doing 50-second intervals with 10 seconds between exercises. And during those 10 seconds, I'm always going to show you the next exercise, but you can definitely take your break. So we're up to the first exercise, which is a reach with a heel tap. So I'm sitting directly on the very edge of my chair because that means I have to use my core a lot more to keep me upright. But if you need extra support, definitely sit all the way back. And you may not be able to do the range of motion of all the exercises in the same way I do, and you might have to go a bit slower. So using these intervals, how you need to have a great workout and just having fun with it. It's all about just moving the body, not having to measure up to anyone else except for yourself. So be your own best competition. And just be grateful that you can move and that you have the ability to do even part of this workout or some of the modifications. Now, pick up your hand weights and we're just going to start doing slow bicep curls with that same heel tap. So, shoulders down and back, deep breath in and curl and in. So because these are very light weights, what I want you to imagine is almost like a pulling action up to your shoulders and then a pushing away with the back of your hands. Up and down. And on the bottom of this move, you can definitely also squeeze your tricep, which is the back portion of the top of the arm. And try not to swing around. Try to keep everything pretty still. And just squeezing those hand weights all the way up to the shoulders. And also thinking about your legs, squeezing the front of the thigh as you extend there. 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to go back to walking in place, and then we're going to start adding some little punches overhead. So roll your shoulders down and back. Deep breaths and start walking with your feet, if you can, using those arms, and then start to punch overhead. And if this ever gets a little bit too much, you can just keep your feet anchored and concentrate on the punches, or go back to just maybe punching in front if the overhead doesn't work for you. Up and up. So whenever you reach up overhead, try not to bring your shoulder up. Think about keeping your shoulders down and back, your chin slightly elevated, your chest proud. And as you bring your arm up, you push your shoulder down in opposition. Up and down. Deep breaths, oxygen to your muscles. And 1, nice job. We're going to go out to the side lateral raise, and tapping that leg to the side. If ever you need to drop the weights, you're welcome to do so too. So I'm bringing my elbows up to approximately shoulder height. So the pace is a little bit slower on this song. You can really stretch your toe out to that corner, but make sure you're not kind of swinging your upper body. Try and stay nice and still. outside and in. Deep breaths here. A few more rounds and then we're going to put on that loop. And if you don't have the loop, you can still do the whole workout without no problem at all. And when we do use the loop, if you're finding it's all a bit much, then you might want to just use the loop and not use your weight. See how I'm doing faster bicep curls and I'm going up and down on my toes. Ready? So it's up and down. I'm not lifting off, I'm just lifting my heels and faster bicep curls. Now, if you prefer, one at a time or slow, up and down, slow, up and down. Otherwise, stay with me. This fast pace with light weights can definitely give you a big burn in your shoulders and your biceps. You don't need to use heavy weights to work those arms. Tummy is pulled in. A few more. And if you can't do the entire interval, let's reach across and across, leaning directly to the side. Then just do as many seconds as you can. And the next time you do this workout, you might be able to do slightly more. So across with that arm, leg in opposition to the corner, and leaning and reaching. This should feel nice in the terms of stretching through the side body. And of course, if this is not possible for you, maybe you're just leaning with the arms. This can definitely be a little bit much for balance, because you are leaning and you have got that weight. So just do what you can. Across and across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've got one more interval, then we're going to put on the loop. We're just going to punch across and march in place. Now, if you want slow, you can do slow or keep up with the beat. So you're keeping your hips stable, twisting through your waistline and little punches across. Otherwise, plant your feet down and just do the upper body. Or drop the weights for this one. Once again, this one definitely works your stability if you're sitting on the edge of the chair like me. Deep breaths. Try to hold your belly button in as much as you can. Shoulders are down. Lift your chin a little bit. Big marches. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so let's put on the loop. I'm going to put it on just underneath my knees. I've just got a light loop, so nothing too crazy. Don't worry if you lose reps. I'm trying to flatten it out. Now I'm going to keep my legs wider and I'm going to start raising, going back to those bicep curls, but this time our palms are facing in, which means it's a hammer curl. And I'm extending my leg long, trying to lift it up to hip height each time, stretching long behind the knee, contracting my quad, the top of my thigh, every time I extend. Keeping those legs wide because you definitely want to have some tension on that loop at all times. So we're going to be doing some with the loop and the weights, and then we're going to be doing some with just the loop. But anytime you need to drop the weights, you can definitely do so already. So we're going to go out, out, in, out, out, in. And if you want to, little alternating shoulder presses. Come with me. Overhead. Out, out, in. So this loop just provides a little bit of extra resistance. If your arms are getting a little bit sore punching up, punch in front. So having that extra resistance is going to work the outside of your glutes as well as your hips. Definitely starting to feel the burn in the arms. I think I might stay in front. You can also use even lighter hand weights here, like 1/2 kilo, which is 1 pound. We're going to slow it down next. And 1, okay. So you can hold on to the side of your chair if you want and drop one weight, or you can keep both arms by your ears, and we're just going to bring our knee up a little bit and twist the upper body. So you're going to have to keep your legs wide, and that's going to help, surprisingly, with anchoring the loop. Otherwise it might start moving around. And if you have a particularly tight loop, you might not be able to lift your leg as high, which is totally fine. So I'm keeping my spine straight and twisting from my waist, which also then in turn twists my upper body. Just holding these weights here isometrically is really working your shoulders too. Deep breaths here, blowing out as you twist. 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to do the other side, but before that, we're just going to do a walking interval in order to get rid of some of that lactic acid. We're going to hinge forward and we're going to punch down as we walk. Ready? Tap, tap. Keeping my legs wider so I still feel that tension. Now, maybe much slower, or maybe slow arms and faster legs. Many options for you here. Hinging forward with a flat back if you are hinging with me. This here just means you're working the back of your shoulders a bit more, as well as your triceps, rather than sitting up here like we have been for most of those other intervals. Breathe through it. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go side to side with straight arms this time, just partial raises and stepping out side to side with those legs. With the loop, it should definitely feel a bit harder. So side to side. Don't worry so much if your loop starts bunching up like mine has. It shouldn't go any higher than that. So as long as it's not hurting you, just leave it. Remember, chin up, shoulders down and back. If it's too hard, you can definitely just bend your elbows here, and that makes it a lot easier. Deep breaths. And if you need to have a break from the arms and just focus on the legs, do that. Three, 2, 1. Guess what? We're going to the other side for those leg raises with the torso twist. So I'm just going to try and sort this out. So hands by your ears, and we're going to twist through the waist and bring our knee up. Slightly lean down towards it, blowing out all the air as you crunch. Keeping those legs wider will help with that loop staying in place. And remember, if it's too much with the weights, just drop them, or maybe you change the position of your weights. Or you can hold on with one side. Remember we said that as well? Gives you a bit more stability there. Okay, we're going to put those weights down for a little bit and just do a few faster moves. We're going to go out, out, in with those feet, punching overhead and down. So we're getting rid of some of that lactic acid. Now, because of the loop, I'm never fully coming in. I'm going out and then in a little bit. So I'll keep tension on my loop the entire time. And if these arms are no good, then maybe up and down, up and down. Still really nice and upright through your spine. Shoulders down and back, neck is long. Deep breaths. I love the feeling of this loop, just adding that extra bit of resistance for the outer side. Okay, we're going to come across, up and across. We can actually use heels here, so we'll do heel, in and heel. How about we go like this? Let's go like this. Now I'm going to start with these slow ones, and in a second I'll give you the option to speed it up to here if you want it. It's a big circle and in with that elbow, and if it's too much, maybe you keep it at waist height instead, or just go back to the slow ones. Up and down, using your waist, using your legs, using those arms. Total body workout. Okay, so we're going to keep our legs a little bit wider. Lift the heel, twist, twist, and lift the other, sorry, knee, not heel. Lift, twist, twist, and lift. Twist, twist, and lift. So you are only twisting through your waistline. And once again, if you want it, you can make this a little bit faster. Twist, 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 up. I'm making it faster but shorter. I'm decreasing my range of motion. And now my band is going for a walk, trying to come up my thigh. I'm going to fix it in the next break. So I'm trying to get your waistline involved as well. But of course, if this is not available to you, just do maybe punches here, like this, without moving your torso at all. So starting to get a bit of a breath going with those slightly faster moves. Now, can we pull down and go side to side? It's like a pull and a tap diagonal back. And I'm hinging forward like this, but if you can't, you can stay more upright and do it to the side. So my band has decided to go up above my knees, which is fine. It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. Now, do you want to make this faster and smaller? It would look like this. Faster and smaller to the beat, but I get it. It's not going to work for everyone. Hinge and using those elbows, row to the back. Keep breathing. These intervals, they're not easy. Okay, get back down there. We're going to do another just fast walking one. We're going to stay wide and fast walking. Fast walking. Stay upright, lift your chest. Shoulders are down and back. Just go as fast as you can. Up and down. Keeping that band nice and tight. Deep breaths, keep going. Okay, so the next one, we're going to stay on one leg. We're going to go forward and back, forward and back. So heel and toe, heel and toe. So we're going to start like this and anchoring the other side. Make sure there's a stretch on that band. And then I'm going to give you the option to go faster if you really want that burn. And this is going to burn the front of the thigh. So if you're with me, go a bit faster and burn it out. Wow, this is definitely challenging. but that's okay. We can do it. Back and forth. Breathing through it. Anytime you need to slow it down, slow it down. Feel that burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Loosen that out, and we're going to do it to the other side. Maybe you need to shake your legs a little bit. Deep breath, so it's forward and back. Heel and toe, heel and toe. Starting slow again, but we're going to pick it up. Are you ready? Pick it up with me. Heel and toe and heel and toe. We're going to pick up our hand weights again next and go a little bit slower and get some real deep leg work in there. A few more like this. That burn in the quad is real. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to switch my loop to under my feet. Okay, so under your feet, and I'm going to pick up my leg first with my knee facing, and I'm going to do wide bicep curls and pick up my leg, anchoring with the other side. I have got a bend in my knee, but it's kind of a wider angle. It's not directly underneath like this. It's a wider angle, so one foot is slightly in front of the other. Bring those arms up and lift. So we have no mercy for that quad, the front of the thigh, because we just worked it with that fast forward and back move, and now we're doing the same thing again and lifting up. The higher you lift, the more you're going to feel the hip flexor, which is just at the top of your thigh. Big burn there, but we're going to change sides straight away. So we're not going to do all the exercises on one side because that would be mean. Now we're going to do a row, so slightly hinge, row and in, and then the same lift. So row back and lift, row and lift. So remember that leg is a little bit longer than the other side. It's slightly in front. And I want you to think, squeeze your shoulder blades together as your weights come to the back. Deep breaths here. Anytime you need to stop the arms, maybe just do the legs, or maybe stop the legs and just do the arms. It's your workout. Okay. Now we're going to go out. So out with a bent leg directly to the side, and we're going to do rotations with our palms up. So sit up tall, leg directly to the side, pulling out, rotate. This is really great for your outer hips, outer thighs, outer glutes. So as you rotate towards the back, once again squeezing your shoulder blades together. 10 more seconds, really starting to burn now. 2 and 1. Nice job. So same thing with the leg on the other side, but we're going to do a chest press arm. So it's going to be out with the leg and in with the arms. Chest press arm, and just push out with the side of your foot. I'm keeping my arms up, so I don't only feel my chest, but I also feel my shoulders here. And I'm trying to push my elbows together as much as possible. If this is all too much, either just do the leg or anchor the leg and just do the arms, or keep the arms a little bit lower. Go on a V and then tap your weights together. That's another option. Really feeling that? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're just going to do a walking interval. Get rid of some of that lactic acid. If you want to drop your weights for this, you can. Shoulders down and back, nice tall spine. And we're just walking. We've got the loop on, so you want to keep your legs wide. Punching ahead. Little tiny walks. Now this pace is very fast, so if you cannot keep up with it, just slow it down to your speed. Deep breaths here. We're going to drop the weights after this one. 2 and 1. So drop the weights off to the side, and we're going to just do some heels in front. So you're going to have to anchor with the other foot, and I'm doing big wide arms, big wide arms. I'm picking up my leg and putting it in front, tapping the heel. Keep your neck long, chest is proud. Keep going. If your arms get tired, maybe come down here. Okay, we're going to do some knees, knee up, and do running arms, just one side. Keep your legs wide, shoulders down and back, and it's like you're about to take off. But then you stop. You think you hear the start gun, but you didn't. Up and up. So I'm deliberately going slow here and twisting and raising to really hold tension in your core for a split second, because that's going to work those abs a lot more than if you did it faster, because it's time under tension that really works your muscles. Twisting. Raising, so you're using your lower abs here by lifting up that knee too. And we're doing the same thing to the other side. Deep breath in. Set yourself up, nice wide stance, and let's go. So I'm twisting my body slightly in this direction, bringing my knee up parallel directly towards my chest. Blowing out all the air as that knee comes up. We're going to move the loop around our ankles next, so we can do some faster steps without the fear of it falling off or sliding around too much. Okay, so now put it around your ankles. And we're going to go out, out, in again with alternating arms. Now, because these arms are kind of half time to the legs, it can get a little bit tricky in terms of that whole rub your belly, tap your head, or rub your head, tap your belly situation. Some people that lack that coordination kind of skill might find this hard. So if that's you, then maybe you're just doing both arms at the same time, or maybe you're just doing the arms at the same speed as your legs. This feels good, so it really doesn't matter which way you do it as long as you keep moving. Let's do a little bit of boxing next. You can just walk in place. We're going to go 4 across the body, 4 up, and 4 leaning forward a little bit. Okay, starting with this arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lean, 2, 3, 4. Center again. And up. And lean. And center. And up. And lean. Center. Up. And lean. Let's start with the other arm. Center. And up. And lean. And center. Up. And lean. And center. Up. And lean. Awesome job. Back to the side taps for 4, and then heels in front for 4. Okay, starting with this side. If you want to pick up your weights, you can. 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. In front. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's go this side first. 2, 3, 4, and in front. Okay. Now I want to do a kind of side up and a front up with the same side. If you can do this, maybe you're holding on to your chair. We're just going to do 25 seconds on each side. So center and then leaning kind of diagonal side. Front and side. And of course, if this is not doable, maybe you're just chopping down with your elbow like this, or maybe you're just bringing your leg up like this. Okay, let's go other side, front and side. Blow all the air out as you crunch. Pulling on that band. Nice job. Now we're going to anchor our legs and just reach with our arms. We're going to start singles and then we're going to do single, single, double. So can you slightly reach over with your fingertips, anchoring your lower body but keeping it wide so you feel the stretch of that band. Over and over. And then if you want to, it's going to be single, single, double. Single, single, double. Now, I'm shifting my rib cage, but I'm trying to keep my hips stable. Single, shift your rib cage. Single, single, double. Sorry, wrong arms. Single, single, double. We're going to pick up one weight next. Single, single, and double. Awesome job. Okay, pick up one weight. We're going to do halos around the head while we do a little walk. Okay, so get your walk on and don't worry about the speed. It's behind the head and around. And if this is not working for you, maybe you're just going like this. Okay? So we're just bringing it behind the head and then the other way. Actually, we'll just go one way. Go one way And now go the other way. It's too complicated changing it halfway through. And if you've got a big bun on top of your head like me, you're going to have to raise your arms up even higher. Otherwise, we may have a hairstyle malfunction here, which we definitely don't want. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms in front and we're going to drive the car, but we're also going to lean into it and pop our heels in front. This one is going to add up fast. Keep your legs wide so you feel that stretch on the band. I'm already feeling my shoulders. Oh my goodness, it's like a little figure eight. So either really shorten your levers by bending your arms or drop the weight. But if you're with me, we don't have much more to go, so I really want to finish off strong. I know this workout is a longer one, but every now and then you might wake up and have particularly more energy, and this is the workout you might reach for, or you might not do all of it in one go, and that's fine too. Guess what? We're going to pick up that loop in our hands. So drop your weight, grab your loop in your hands, and we're going to pull down behind our head and pull down in front. Behind and in front. Can we walk with it? Get your legs going. Up behind, up in front. Up behind, up in front. Sit up tall. Up behind, up in front. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And if you prefer just to go behind or just in front, you can do that too. Definitely feeling my heart rate coming up, pulling out on that band. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to put our hands in the band so our palms are up, and we're going to do little bicep pulls with a heel press. Are you ready? So opposite heel and opposite arm or hand comes into the shoulder. See how I've got my arms extended? That's going to give me more resistance. And if this is not working for you, just do the arms. I'd rather you focus on the arms than the legs for this one. So I've got tension horizontally as well as vertically. Shoulders are burning. Okay, so we're going to do another twisting action. Just hold on and twist, 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 and then if you want, add the legs. So twist and tap to the side. I'm keeping my arms quite extended, but if it's too much, just bend them in. And you can definitely drop that band, because I know by now our arms have had a lot of work. Come on, let's finish strong. Deep breaths. Have you still got your tummy in and your spine nice and straight? Two and one, nice job. Okay, we're going to pull down, up, pull down. This is our last round. So start at the top, pull to the waist, pull to the waist. Do you want to march? Up to you. It's our last round. So you decide. Pull all the way down, feeling that crunch in the side body. And by the way, if you do not have a resistance loop All you need to do is get a normal band and tie a loop or tie a knot in it so it becomes a loop. And if you don't have a band, use an old pair of leggings. Just cut off one leg and that's your band. It's actually harder when it's harder to pull. If the fabric doesn't have as much elasticity, it makes the work a lot harder, so why not? Be inventive, be creative, and we are done.